Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Up the middle they go. Harrell, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Cut 19! Cut 19! 18 rattle!
Stroud now on second down.
Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You look at this Browns defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Let's go! Check mash! Check mash! Ready!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Back to throw. Bauer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The Browns at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out,
there he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They go play action here on first down.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They pitch it to Chubb, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
On 2nd down now, Harrell. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football. And it's time to run out on this first quarter of play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns 3, Texans 0.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake. Bauer drops it off for Chubb. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A give running right is Chubb. And bulldozing his way through. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Brought in left side by Snead. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after. In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go!
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on 1st down. Harrell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go! Mustang 19!
Here's Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch him. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, has hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Ready.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Okay,
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's the backup Goff.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll return it from the 6. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
4 down.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
They go with Chubb on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Open man is Samuel, complete. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 10.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
This now a 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Chubb. Shreds the tackle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Seven Pirates. Dragon 60. Trap 60.
Stroud.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly are letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Stroud.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 3rd down, Bauer under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Hurt! Right there, right there.
Throwing on 1st down. Bauer. Here's Chubb. Back-to-back catches for him. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. In motion goes the tight end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
19 Tiger.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw. Stroud able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Let's go. go now.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Let me lying.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
18 Cardinal. Ready?
On 1st down, Harrell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key with stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game. That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Ready.
The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down.
70 Rangers.
Now Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Bauer drops it underneath to Dixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Off the play fake. Bauer lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Powell to throw.
Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Here's second down. Here's Howell.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
5.
First throw in overtime for Goff.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Check smash. Check smash. Street. Go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have the Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. And they get 2nd and 7 coming up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams. I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
I thought they might try the sneak, but what they had planned turned out much better.
It certainly did, and let's face it, when you run the sneak there, that's probably the better percentage play to pick up the first down. But if you have confidence in your offensive line that you won't allow any breakthroughs by the defensive front, you run what they did there. Let the big guy take the football, who runs it a little bit better, and pick up the yardage.
They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.